It's a pleasure being on your show, Sharmila, and thank you for inviting me to your show. We had a fantastic chat, and I look forward to many such interactions with you in the future once we have more to talk about. And I wish you all the best for your show, and look forward to such interactions with you again.
Hey guys, this is Shormila Maiti from Shormila Show House, and please subscribe my channel. Click the bell button for more updates.
So yeah, Kolkata is always going to be special, and
Do you feel that the multiple kind of roles were not really offered to you?
my parents had taken me to that commercial. It was
Which was the best support system in Bollywood for you?
so there is a great opportunity and a variety of opportunities. So I think it's a great place to be on.
Welcome to Shormila Show House. This is the moment I was waiting for to meet Aftab Sivdasani, my crush, and uh, and and some more things to be revealed while we converse. Welcome to my show, Aftab.
Thank you so much, Shamila, for your kind introduction, and I'm honored and flattered, and I'm looking forward to this interaction.
So you are a proud papa now, and is your little angel making you awake whole night? I mean, for a different reason.
She is beautiful. She initially did, but
Of
now I think
course.
she's settling into a routine. So, I mean, my wife makes up most of the time, but I wake up as well. But of course, my wife has to wake up more because of the feeding. But yeah, I mean, whenever she wakes up and she's feeding and the little one makes sounds, I obviously wake up because we're all in the same room, so I do wake up. But then I go back to sleep. And of course, if my wife needs me for anything, to rock the little one and put her off to sleep, I'm always available because I like to share the responsibilities, with my wife. I don't want everything to be done by my wife alone. It's good to help her as well as a husband and as a father. But yeah, I mean, my wife's sleep breaks more than mine, but yeah, we're managing, and she sleeps sometimes during the day. Like in the mornings, my wife gets 2 hours extra sleep because then I take her in the mornings and I play with her for about an hour or two, and then my wife gets that bit of extra sleep, which she's lost out in the night. So because we are a team, we take turns, to do our bit and help each other.
She is truly your better half in professional and your personal field.
Yeah, I would definitely say that she's like my soulmate.
So both of you together started off your production house and
Yeah,
your family in a new. I mean, welcoming your new guest in your family.
right.
So, do you find it as a newfound role in your whole career, and this is a kind of revelation uh, in yourself?
Yeah, I think it's a very special moment in our lives because we have started our family and we've embarked on this new journey, as well as we have formulated our production company, and we know we want to do a lot of stuff in our production company, and we are in the development stages of that as well. So it's a very exciting time because it's a new beginning on the personal and professional front for both of us, and it's a very interesting beginning because it's just very challenging, and it kind of pushes us. Of course, on the personal front, Nin is very busy with our daughter, but of course, she's mentally, all the time with us. Whenever we need her, and she's one person I've seen who can multitask. I mean, I can't multitask. Men are probably not made and not tuned to multitask, but women, I think, are just generally genetically tuned to multitask. But yeah, so she does a lot of things together, which is amazing. But yeah, I think it's a very exciting time personally and professionally because, of course, now we've started our family, and it's a whole new responsibility. At the same time, we've also started our company, so things are also moving up, smoothly with that. So yeah, it's an exciting time, I would say, and lots happening. We've got our hands full, as you can see, in all quarters.
So, you are a believer of Zen theory.
Hmm. Yeah, both of us, huh? Both of us, huh? I think we're both very spiritual people at the same time, and we've always loved the word Zen, and we've always identified with it, you know, and therefore we had to have something with that word in our company's name as well. Um, if I had my way, I'd probably name our child also Zen, but I think that'll be a bit too much. But I think the company for now is good enough. So we've named it Mount Zen Media.
As I said that you are my crush, of course, and I have looked through your journey. It is illustrious at the same time amazing, because you have seen every parts of this industry. You have gone through every emotions per se,
Right.
and for an actor it is necessary. You should see success, you should see the other side of the success, and
Sure.
you should see failure and judge yourself. so
Sure.
and at the same time, your journey is one of the most longest journey in Bollywood. You started off at the age of 14 months.
Yeah.
So a little bit of that memory, if you share with us before we
Okay.
go into Poison 2.
Sure. I honestly don't have too many memories of when I was 14 months old, but I can definitely tell you that my parents had taken me to that commercial. It was for Farex, and I was the Farex baby for a long time. My face was, I think, on the tin of Farex, which is a Cerelac ad. And
Yeah.
I mean, thereafter that, I did about 7 films as a child actor, starting with Mr. India and then Shahinshah and Chalbaz and a few others. And so I did about 300 commercials during my growing up years, along with my education. And
Yes.
then I got my first break in Must. So yeah, it's been amazing. It's I can't call that like that career would be a child actor's career, but the career that I have embarked on as a lead actor started from 1999, and I completed 21 years yesterday of my career, which was quite interesting. So yeah, it's like you said, it's been an interesting journey, and it's I've had my share of ups and downs. I've had my share of success and failures, and it's enriched my life a lot. It's taught me a lot. It's made me evolve. It's given me the opportunity and the experience to work with so many amazing people, from co-stars to producers, directors, technicians, and just everybody. It's been they all have contributed somewhere down the line to my life. And yeah, I mean, the journey, I feel, has not even begun. If you ask me, to be very honest with you, I feel that I've not accomplished even the tipping of the iceberg of what I want to accomplish. So on one hand, where my life is enriched by all these experiences, I feel that I can use that experience now, in this phase of my life, and take it further.
Oh, that's amazing. And this shows that you are a spiritual person. You see everything in a new light, and you judge yourself. You are never, uh, you never complain about anything. I have seen a couple of interviews, and you're so here. You are so happy. You take things as it comes. It's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The fact that you can recognize that, then that means there is something special inside you as well.
Uh, Now coming to Poison 2. So this is your digital debut. After 21 years, another debut feeling in,
Yeah.
in yourself. How do you define this debut uh, as pitted against that one?
Yeah, so there are two different kinds of debuts of two different people. The person I was in 1999 was a very different person from who I am right now in 2020. And obviously, the feelings are different because I was a much younger, inexperienced person, and I didn't know what to expect in my life when my first film Must was debuting. And today, I mean, of course, I've got a lot of experience, but I'm also exploring a new platform, which is the OTT platform in the digital space. And I got the wonderful opportunity of working with Z5 and Vishal Pandya, who's the director, and a host of amazing actors on Poison 2. And I mean, I loved it because I loved the way the story was written. I loved the way the character was written, and I loved the fact that I got to play the protagonist in an action thriller, which is my favorite genre. And so yeah, this kind of a debut has been quite special because uh, it's just released and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. So I'm quite happy and quite gratifying that, to know that people are liking it. And what is more important is that, I hope I get acceptance in this kind of a character because, people are quite used to seeing me in certain kind of characters and, whether it's comedy or romance and stuff like that, but they have not seen me in an action thriller. So this was a bold step, I would say. Not a bold step, but something that I wanted to do, I would say, for a long time. And I got this opportunity with Poison. And here I am and keeping my fingers crossed that people have liked me in this.
Okay, and what is the reaction from the Bengal side? I mean, Kolkata is a place where you tested success. I mean, after the release of Must, you came to
Yep.
Kolkata, and there was a huge crowd I mean, ushering you.
Yes, yes. Kolkata is always going to be special to me. I mean, I love Kolkata. I love the people of Kolkata, and I think they have a certain charm and innocence that you don't get anywhere in the country. They're very, very loving, and they're very artistic and creative people, which I have a lot of respect and love for. Having said that, I also got a taste of that affection and love and respect when I got my first film, and when I came to promote my first film in Kolkata. And like you rightly said, I was ushered in with a lot of love and a bit too much for me to handle sometimes, because it was quite overwhelming for me at that point of time to get that kind of love and affection. But yeah, I've always had that special place in my heart for Kolkata. And I mean, I've had fans from Kolkata and Bengal who have appreciated my work, and they write on social media, and I do read as much as I can, and it's I'm going to try and respond to as many as I can as well, because these are genuine people who give you genuine feedback on your work, good or bad, doesn't matter, as long as they are genuine about it. People can have opinions, and I respect that. So yeah, Kolkata is always going to be special, and with regards to your question, I have been getting positive feedback from Kolkata.
Looking at your filmography, do you feel that the multiple kind of roles were not really offered to you? I mean, those roles didn't really take out the actor in yourself.
I think it's a tough one to say, because you know, as an actor, whatever offers you get, you choose the best out of those according to your sense and sensibility at that point of time, and then um, you try and do your best in those parts or those films. So the filmography that I have and the offers that I got, I consciously chose the best offers at that point of time, what I thought were correct for me. Um, Having said that, just to answer your question, yes, I feel that I would have liked to do more intense roles, more intense stuff, like more action and thrillers. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I would say, a lot of people typecasted because of my face. It's a softer face, and I had that chocolate boy image because of Must, which was obvious. They couldn't perceive me in different kind of roles, and also at that point of time, between the year 2000 and 2010, there was a very safe, predictable way of filmmaking where people casted people only for their personas, for the way they looked and stuff like that. There are very few people who actually went in for reverse casting, and one of which was Kasoor when I had done, when
Yes.
Vikram and Mukesh ji and Bhatt Sahab casted me as a murderer in my very second film, and that required a lot of conviction. And that was something and that really worked, because it worked for the film, it worked for me as an actor, and it also gave people an idea that this actor can do other stuff as well. Don't go by his innocent looks. He can be very deceiving. And yeah, personally speaking, I would have liked to do more stuff like that, more negative, more gray, something just generally more intense. But having said that, today there are no regrets. I feel that whatever films I have chosen, I'm proud of what I've done. And I think there is a time and place for everything in your life. And if I didn't get the opportunities, I didn't get it, I'm not going to sit and complain about it. I'm going to, in fact, look optimistically towards the future, and hope that I get more stuff like that. And for example, Poison has given me the perfect opportunity to do what I always wanted to do. And
Yes.
what better than it's your debut on the digital platform, and you get a role and a character and a show that that you are that you can really sink your teeth into and enjoy it. And that's exactly what I did. So no regrets. I think whatever has happened is just destiny. And I think from here onwards, what will happen is also destiny.
Yeah, yeah, true. And also, this OTT platform actually offers a plethora of roles for those who are not spotlighted. I mean,
Hmm.
lot of actors are coming up. During
Yeah.
this lockdown period, many actors came up who were not really spotlighted earlier, or focused by media earlier.
Right. I think it definitely offers, because there's so many platforms and there's so much of content being made that people are looking to cast talent, people for their talent, more than just their stardom. So I think that's a great thing, and a great situation for actors to be in, because your talent is what gets exploited, and that is what is great about this platform. Um, so yeah, I think it's a great place for young talented people, not only young but talented people from all spectrums and all ages, to have their talent really looked at and exploited on this platform. So there is a great opportunity, and a variety of opportunities. So I think it's a great place to be on.
You are a traveler, and do you find that solo traveling is something that opens up your mind and keeps away depression or other kind of negative feeling.
I was a solo traveler until I met my wife. Then after that, we've just been traveling together. And whenever when one of us is not around, we kind of miss each other's presence a lot because we become such a massive part of each other's lives and our just everything because we know each other so well. So it's almost second nature. But before I met her, I did a fair bit of solo travel, and I do agree that I do believe that people should travel by themselves because that helped me to understand myself better. I mean, there are two ways of looking at solo travel. One is when you actually go out and then you uh, feel, you are alone and then you feel lonely. The other kinds of solo travel is when you are alone, but you don't feel lonely. That is the best kind of travel where you actually enjoy your own company, and you spend
Yes.
time with yourself. And it's like meditation. So, for example, but it's just, you're just out there wherever you want to go, whether it's the mountains or the oceans or whether it's a hill station or whether it's even a city or it's the hustle bustle of another city. It's just generally you spend time with yourself, and most
Yes.
people cannot do that because they're afraid to spend time with themselves. That's what I personally think. So I think it's very important to make friends with yourself, like a lot of spiritual masters say. Make friends with yourself, because I think because I did that on myself for about 2.5 years, I was able to surrender myself completely to my partner, who was then my wife after that. And that, I think, opened me up a lot as a person spiritually and also mentally. And I was ready to welcome a partner in my life. And, that was the ultimate gift I could give myself, by opening out my mind and soul to the world. And then, of course, sharing it with my partner for life.
So you value marriage a lot. It appears to me that you are talking. I mean, you are speaking too much about your newfound life, your life partner. So I think marriage has a new meaning to you.
Marriage always had a sacred meaning to me. Always. Marriage for me was always a one stop shop, as in it would be like the final destination for me. And I took my time, and I think I waited for the right person. And I think it happened by the grace of God. I was sent a beautiful partner. So I've always considered marriage to be sacred. I've never looked at marriage as a frivolous thing in my life. And of course, maybe that has got a lot to do with my parents also and their conditioning. They've been married for this year 46 years they've been married for successfully. So I think I look at them as well, and I realize that marriages can be long lasting, and I believe in that institution of marriage, if that's your question. So for me, it is sacred and it always will be sacred.
So now I will ask you. I mean, ask a few lines.
Yep.
You need to reflect upon that. Okay.
Okay.
An
Reflect
actor
more
is
upon that.
all. Yeah.
I've been reflecting so much on all your lives. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
An actor is always alone in this world. Do you believe that?
Aren't we all? Aren't we all always alone in this world? You came alone,
And
right?
further, it is substantiated after the death of Sushant Singh Rajput. The fighting, Faraz Khan is fighting for life in ICU. The likes of Ratan Chopra, who did just one film in Bollywood, but he lived in extreme poverty till his last life. So,
Mhm.
I mean, checking out all these examples, do you find an actor as alone in this world?
I think, see, there are a lot of there are a lot of points to this. It's not just a very simple answer because it's a very intricate and complicated and complex situation for an actor. I mean, see, when you're an actor, your family and your friends and your close knit of people play a very important life in your support structure. You can't really generalize and say that one person was upset or one person was sad and then one person ended his life or her life, or they went through depression and they were having financial issues, they were having psychological issues. See, it's all a very relative thing. You can't generalize it. That's my one point, because people in various fraternities go through that, people in various lines of work. It could be an engineer, it could be a doctor, it could be a model, it could be an actor, it could be a businessman, it could be a builder, it could be anybody, right? Everybody has their moments where they feel up and down. But having said that, I think that um, your support structure makes a big difference. Like your family and friends or your loved ones can offer you that help and support to get out of what you're going through. And I think that if you are going through a particular problem mentally, and if you feel depressed or you feel low about something, I think it's always better to talk to somebody about it, because when you speak to somebody about it, you kind of went out and you ease the burden of your shoulders, and you share something, you share a problem with somebody else, and somebody else might have a different perspective, which can change your perspective and then in fact pull you out of this whole negativity. So I do believe that having a support structure is very important in your loved ones, your near and dear ones. And B, I also think that talking about it helps, because when you talk about it, you sometimes get exposed to other perspectives which could help your life in various ways. And then perhaps if you are ever having suicidal thoughts, or if you are having negative thoughts, they could be stopped and your life could be saved, and your family's life could be saved, because the family also goes through a lot of trauma when they lose a loved one. So all these points must be taken into consideration before actually generalizing that actors are usually alone. I think all of us were alone. All of us came alone. All of us are going to go alone. We make relationships with people, we make equations with people, and that is life. That's the way life teaches you. So it is very important to work on yourself mentally as well. And even though ours is a very difficult industry to be in, it's a very taxing industry. It can mentally really play with your emotions, but it's very important to have stability. It's very important to have a certain amount of grounding, whether it comes from your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, family member, close friends. It's very important to have that in your life. So I would say that you have to look after yourself at the same time, in spite of having support structures. But you should also talk about it with people you trust.
I remember a very popular dialogue from the film Yahi Kya Yahi Pyar Hai. Love is not the heart of life.
It's a
Love
part
is
of
just
life.
a part. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that was,
And that film was very profound. The line that we
yes.
spoke in the film was very, very deep. That's a very deep line, because that is true. Everything, not only love, is just a part of life. Life is so much more bigger than all of us. You and I are just minor specks in life. There's so much more to life than just what we go through in that moment. So basically, what life is like, whatever happens to you is not life. How you react to it, I think, is life. That's what's important.
Which was the best support system in Bollywood for you?
I've never had a support system in Bollywood, because I've never been part of a film family. I've never been part of this whole I've never a star son. Basically, I come
No,
from a
when you
family which is very
started
away
off,
from the family.
when you started off
I
your
can't say I really
career,
had a support structure. I had only my friends in India family who were with me and who are my confidants. Of course, I've had the good fortune of working with a lot of great directors and producers who gave me work and who continue to give me work. And that's it, because I think people thought maybe they should work with me, and therefore I got work. So.
and what does the future have for you in store? What about your production? Future production, and what is in the pipeline now?
I have liked a couple of scripts that I want to do. Some of them are films, some of them are for the web. So I have not signed yet, but they're in development stages as an actor and a producer. So it'll take some time to get into motion. But as soon as they do, which is hopefully in the near future, I will definitely keep you posted and let you know.
Please do. And will you focus on regional side? Any regional film or web series you will do?
I think
from
if I get an opportunity, and if I get an opportunity, something to do exciting, I would definitely do it, even as a production as well. Yes.
Thank you so much, and love for your daughter.
Thank you so much, Amila. Take care. Thanks so much for having me.